everyone. Welcome to the Festival of Storytellers, Chapter 3. We only have a few more days to go before the 14th day celebration of fun filled events that will show you exactly that everyone has a story to tell. That will be this coming October 24th to November 6th. And we are now streaming live in our Readers Magnet Facebook page and Readers Magnet YouTube channel. You can also visit us online at www.festivalofstorytellers.com and make sure to sign up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be updated. I am your host, Nelsie, and with me right now is one of the Readers Magnet featured author, Clarence Causby.
Hi
Author of
everybody.
the book author of the book Erebus the Ranger. He'll be sharing to us his journey with writing this book. So, hi Clarence, how are you feeling today?
I'm doing good. How are you feeling today?
Also great. Actually, I'm quite excited to know about your book because as I saw it, it's quite really interesting. So, as to kickstart this, can you share a little bit of background about yourself to our audience?
Well, I'm 41. I'm 42 years old. I
Mhm.
like to watch anime a lot. I love music. I like to cook. I like to go to the gym. I like to hang out with my friends. Spend time at home and just
Mhm.
relax.
I see. It seems like a lot of you can relate with you because I actually do watch anime also. So that's
Nice.
that's because a lot of kids right now do watch anime a lot. So that's quite interesting. So um on the book Erebus Ranger, I just want to know why did you decide to write this book and like what's your inspiration on writing this?
It was weird because I was playing this mobile phone game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, ooh, like this has like a pretty good storyline to it. And I'm like, I should have like an idea for like a story. I'm not sure like what I should do with like if have a person with like a sword or a shield or what. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I should do something about a ranger. And then everything just kind of like fell into place about
Mm-hmm.
about like the kind of characters, the different
Mm-hmm.
storylines, and how it just kind of like progressed throughout the time that I was writing it.
I see. So it seems like games inspired you for writing this book also.
Games and definitely anime. You'll notice in the in Erebus the Ranger that there's some anime terms in there that anybody who watches a lot of anime will definitely know the terms too.
if yeah, then it seems like there will be a lot of kids that would actually really love to watch I mean read this book because they can relate to it with this anime stuff.
Definitely, most definitely.
Yeah. So well, because I actually saw the cover of your book. It's quite interesting. It's can you tell us how did you come up with it?
Most definitely. So that along with all my other books, like I get like a picture in my head,
Mm-hmm.
and my friend Arnaldo Rosato and everything, he does like
Oh,
all my
okay.
covers for me. He's like an extremely talented artist and everything. So I'm like, listen, can you kind of have like the character like Erebus kind of like holding onto a tree, looking out like at a castle, and like I had like a little simple idea of kind of what I wanted, but he just took my whole idea and just blew it out of the water like with great proportions. Like I was so happy and thrilled with it because he's like, I want to do my anime style. I'm like, that's perfect. I'm like, let's do it.
Yes. That's actually nice. Seems like he went out of the box from your imagination
He
from
always
it.
does. Always
Oh,
does.
yeah. Great. So, um, your book genre is action and adventure, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So this genre is actually common nowadays, but what sets your book apart from the other books that had the same has the same genre as you are?
I guess because I'm very much into like action. I watch a lot of anime and everything, and I kind of see like what I really like about different genres of animes, games, or stuff like that. And what I do, like,
Uh-huh.
I love to like describe every single detail from the characters to the weather,
Mm-hmm.
how they're feeling at the moment, because I really want like all my readers to really like kind of like connect with the characters or kind of like feel like like oh I kind of went through this and things like that. So I try my best to put like all my heart into it now, and I try to like do I try to like pretty much like write things that no one else has either written, or I'll take it to like the next level into like another dimension of like how I
Mhm.
things and how I describe things and how I want things to be.
I see. That seems like you're an, let's say, an otaku.
Absolutely, yes, yes, absolutely.
Because it seems like anime is one of your main inspiration in doing these books.
Pretty much like
Definitely, yeah.
I binge watch like anime all the time now.
Okay. Same as you, actually. That's my pastime when
Awesome.
there's not much to do. But back in the day, that's like every day, nonstop.
Yes.
So yeah. So while this book, how long was the writing process of this book? Erebus, the Ranger.
Um, I probably would say maybe like a few months. When I say a few months, only because like I started it, but then I was always busy like at work,
Mhm.
so I didn't really have time to really do it. I kept thinking of ideas, so I would do a little bit here and there, but then for
Mhm.
like 1 month straight, I'm just like forget everything else. So I would come home from work, write until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, go to sleep, wake up, write again, come back home, write
Mhm.
again, and write while I was on my job, stuff like that. So pretty much like when I dedicate like myself completely to the writing of it, it's about like a
Uh-huh.
month, maybe a month and a half.
I see. So, I as you along this book, Erebus the Ranger, I have known that you have two other books, Talking to the Devil and Armageddon. Can you tell us just a little bit of maybe background on this book so that they might know what they can look out for?
Sure. So Armageddon is pretty much, Armageddon like the end times and everything of
Mm-hmm.
like the Battle of Armageddon with like the whole book of the Bible of like Revelations and stuff like that.
Ah.
So you pretty much see things like unfold like in the whole book and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So I
Mm-hmm.
put like definitely like a lot of more graphic detail into that one. So that's kind of
Oh.
like horror and everything. Talking to the Devil is going to be extremely controversial. Just from the title alone, it's going to be controversial. A
Yeah.
lot. There's going to be a lot of controversy behind it because of like of the title of it, and then people that kind of go to church is going to probably either agree with it or be absolutely offended by it, which is fine by me. But like with those books, like I kind of like just got those books. God, like I feel like God gave me just like the title for those books and to write those books. So that's what I
I see.
did.
Yeah. Seems like in Armageddon, it's still an inspiration from anime.
No, that was actually more or less like horror, because like
Oh.
with the way like you see like everything was in the Bible. So I took that and like
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like amped it up like quite a bit. I put in the specific
See.
details of like how people felt and things that were going on and
Mm-hmm.
everything in the background of the whole book.
Mm. Yeah, get you. Because I think talking to the devil, as you said, is controversial. Everyone has their own opinion. So I think with your book, you have your.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So with these three books is ongoing on publishing, how do you feel that your books will soon be published and everyone will be reading it?
I'm excited. I'm completely like amped up about it. Like I can't wait. Like I am so thrilled. Like I've been like
Mm-hmm.
waiting like a long time for this to happen. Like I'm always excited. Like I'm excited that it's soon. Like Armageddon.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to the devil, Erebus. Like I'm like so excited. Like I'm completely like overwhelmed and like happy that I've actually completed it.
Uh, yeah, that's actually really great. So, for those who are watching us live right now, a copy of Clarence's books, Erebus the Ranger, Talking to the Devil, and Armageddon will be soon available online. So, make sure to grab a copy, and you can also follow him in Facebook and Instagram on Clarence Causby Books so that you'll be updated on when his books will be coming out. So, continuing, Clarence, when you were writing this book, Erebus the Ranger,
Mhm.
what was the most surprising thing that you discovered?
I think the most like surprising thing was that like I was writing and then I
Mhm.
kept going on and writing and then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm like, no, like you know, like
Mhm.
go all the way back. I've literally had to go back about like 5 or 6 like chapters and everything and put more stuff in to kind of like not rush it so much. And then I would go back and then I'm like, oh, I think if this should be here. And then I'm going along. And then when I think like I put something in, I completely forgot all about it. Then I had to put it in later on. And then I was kind of surprised at how in depth I got into it too, because like even though I was writing like the
Mhm.
characters, the storyline. I was getting mad at the characters and everything. I was getting like upset when things happened. I was like this is insane to me, but pretty much kind of how it went.
Seems like you're also getting into the character
Pretty
while
much.
writing it.
I usually try to put like usually like either like part of my emotions, things that I felt before, into like my
Mhm.
characters, or a little bit of like my own personality, or things that I experienced in my books and everything.
Yeah, that's actually great. While you're writing that book, that you're into character means you're actually really inspired and um really want to be like into character with your writing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Because I was literally like acting out like the fight scenes like in my room. Like it was weird. Like okay, sure. I was like acting out like all the fight scenes. Like no, this person should be fighting here. He should be throwing a punch here, kick there, laying here, and all that stuff.
yeah, a very otaku thing to say to do actually. You should cosplay sometime for
I
that.
want to so bad. I would love to. That would be amazing.
You should for your book also.
Yeah,
That would be
I
a
actually thought
great
about that too.
that would be great appearance actually. So you can do your fighting scene.
Definitely, that would be amazing.
Yeah. So you as I can see your book is actually quite interesting. Can you tell us a little bit what's gonna be the highlights of this book?
I think the highlight is going to be pretty much like Erebus's journey from childhood to like
Mm-hmm.
going into like adulthood, and like the things that he experiences like along the way,
Mm-hmm.
like what he went through like when he was a kid to like where
Mm-hmm.
he's going to until like the very ending. Because like here in this book, like you'll start to see that he's very new at everything. He really doesn't know
Mm-hmm.
everything, and things that people try to tell him, like he'll some will listen and then he'll just like do the complete opposite, or he just won't listen at all because he's so set in his ways and everything that he just like I don't really care. Like I'm just going to do this, I'm going to do that, and sometimes and it gets him into like a lot of trouble. But then other times he remembers he's like, oh, you know, I need to do this. I need to be better at this.
Yeah. Seems like what that's one kind of a main character you have there.
Pretty
They have
much,
their own ideals.
definitely.
Hmm. Yeah, I can sense the anime feel in that with how the character is. So while you're not writing books, what else do you do when you're not
Um,
writing?
when I'm not writing. I like to hang out with my friends, and then we'll watch like
Uh-huh.
movies or play video games together, or we'll just like hang out or play
Mm-hmm.
like card games or something like that. Or
Mm-hmm.
I'll just like stay home. I'll research like other things that I'm kind of like
Mm-hmm.
interested in, or binge watch anime, or I'll try to find out like what new music is out there to like listen to. So I'll look for like different artists or go through
Mm-hmm.
YouTube and just try to find like what's a good song for like pop or rock or heavy metal or
Hmm.
whatever.
I see. You play music too?
No, I wish I wanted to though. I had an organ one time. I was only able to play like one line from like "We Three Kings of Orient," and that was the only thing I was able to play. I couldn't play nothing else. But I would love to play like drums, guitar, or saxophone, something like that. Like either one, I wouldn't care. I love music.
Yeah, maybe you should try play sometime also.
Definitely.
That would be great. So, as we gonna end this interview, actually, unfortunately, even though I actually enjoyed talking, with you, this is
Thank you.
actually a really good conversation. So, last question with you, Clarence. What would you like your readers to feel after reading this book?
I want them to feel like excitement about things that happen in there. I want them to
Mm-hmm.
feel like either justification or complete sadness. I want them to
Mm-hmm.
feel like they've actually went on a journey with like Erebus and what had
Mm-hmm.
happened, and I want them to actually experience like the
Mm-hmm.
highs and lows, the feelings that he went through, the torment he might have went through, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I want them to feel like all the other characters felt too, but at the end I want them to feel like satisfied and maybe like wanting more from it.
Yeah, that will be a great experience actually. hopefully, hopefully they will experience that too. So actually, Clarence, it is actually really great talk with you right now, and I'm actually really thankful that you're here right now with us. So all right, everyone, this is Clarence Causby, author of the book Erebus the Ranger, Talking to the Devil and Armageddon. A copy of the his books will be soon available on Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com. So make sure to grab a copy when it's out. And again, Clarence, it's actually really great having you here, and thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate everything.